Welcome to my channel. In the early years of the 20th century, the United States Mint was preparing something that had never been seen before. For over a century, American coins had been decorated with symbols, allegorical figures, and images representing liberty and strength. But in 1909, a great change arrived. For the first time, the face of a real person was placed on a coin, and that person was none other than Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. His portrait appeared on the smallest denomination, the 1-cent piece, and from that year forward the Lincoln cent became the most familiar coin in America. From 1909 until today, the Lincoln cent has traveled through history. At first, the reverse side displayed 2 wheat ears, symbolizing prosperity and agriculture, and these coins are remembered as the famous wheat pennies. In 1959, to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the reverse design was changed to show the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., and this is the design that remained in use through the 1990s and the early 2000s. On that reverse, if you look carefully with a magnifying glass, you can even see the tiny statue of Abraham Lincoln seated inside the memorial. Later in 2009, to mark his 200th birthday, 4 new reverses were introduced, each telling a different chapter of his life, and in 2010, the Union Shield design was introduced, representing the strength and unity of the United States. The coins from 1990 and 2003 belong to the Lincoln Memorial Series. They may look ordinary, but each carries a story deeper than its simple appearance. The 1990 cent was struck in a time when billions of pennies were being produced, yet within those billions lies one of the most legendary rarities, the 1990 No-S proof cent. This coin, missing its mint mark, shocked the collecting world when discovered, and today it is worth tens of thousands of dollars. Alongside that, there are error coins from that year that display doubled images, off-center strikes, and even pieces struck on the wrong planches. These are the mistakes that transform a common coin into a priceless artifact. The 2003 cent tells another chapter. Produced at the turn of the new millennium. It represents the last years before the great changes of 2009. Billions were struck, but as always, not every coin came out perfect. A misaligned die, a broad strike, a double die. These minting errors made certain 2003 cents extremely valuable to collectors. And when such coins are discovered in high grade, untouched by circulation, they can reach astonishing prices. Collectors are not only drawn to errors and varieties, they are fascinated by the very materials of the coin. Lincoln cents of the early years were made of bronze, a mixture of copper, tin, and zinc. During World War II, the mint even produced cents in steel to save copper for the war effort. Later, after 1982, the cents were struck mostly from zinc, with just a thin copper plating. Yet hidden among these coins are special pieces made of different alloys. Some contain traces of precious metals. There are examples that collectors believe carry elements of gold mixed in their planches, either through experimental striking or accidental contamination during minting. These rare compositions make the coins even more extraordinary, turning a simple penny into a treasure. This is where the story becomes almost unbelievable. While most Lincoln cents are worth only their face value, the rarest of the rare have achieved prices that defy imagination. Some extraordinary varieties and unique pieces have sold for millions of dollars. Among them, the most famous Lincoln cent rarities have reached a value as high as $7 million. Think of it, a coin that was meant to be worth only 1 cent, a coin that could be dropped on the street and forgotten, has in some cases been valued at $7 million. And this is not an exaggeration. It is the reality of the coin collecting world, where rarity, history, and condition combine to create treasures of unimaginable worth. The 1990 and 2003 cents may appear common, but they remind us that every penny has a hidden story. Behind their simple copper-colored surfaces lies a legacy of history, art, error, and chance. Within them could be varieties worth thousands, or even more. And in the larger world of Lincoln cents, there are examples whose value has soared to $7 million, making these tiny coins objects of endless fascination and desire. The Lincoln cent is more than just a coin. It is a symbol of endurance, a reflection of American history, and a piece of art that has traveled through the hands of hundreds of millions of people. Think about how many lives these coins have touched. A 1990 penny may have been given as change in a grocery store when gas was under $1 a gallon. A 2003 penny may have been saved by a child in a piggy bank, dreaming of buying a toy. Each coin carries not only the portrait of Abraham Lincoln but also the stories of the people who used it. The design of the coin itself holds mysteries that many people never notice. On the obverse, The word liberty is carefully engraved to the left of Lincoln's portrait. Above him,